Business Growth Talks podcast is created and hosted by Mark Hayward. In this show, we talk about how to grow a business in the growth stage. The growth stage is often marked by rapid developments, increased revenue, and an escalating customer base. In each episode, we talk to entrepreneurs and business owners who have grown businesses, and we cover topics like scaling processes, market expansion, financial management, human resource and talent development, and customer retention. If you are looking for actionable advice, tips, and techniques on how to grow, run and build your business, this is the podcast for you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Business Growth Talks. Today I am recording from a holiday that I'm taking with my family. And what I wanted to do today was be able to talk about some of the advantages of actually going away on holiday for being a business owner or entrepreneur. There is a general rule that a lot of entrepreneurs, especially in early stage, are thinking that they don't have time to be able to go on holiday. They don't have time to relax because they've got to be building and they've got to be growing, which is partly true. It is important to keep momentum and keep growing. But equally, I'm going to argue today that actually taking time away from the business and actually giving yourself time to recharge can be incredibly valuable and incredibly important for you as a business owner. So we're going to cover a few things that I'm going to talk today. So the first thing I want to talk about is the mental and physical recharge that you get from going on holiday. So taking a break also helps you reduce stress levels and prevent burnout, which is so important when you're trying to be productive or creative. So that time, that de-stressing, that time of being able just to relax, whether it's by a pool or in a hotel, in a villa, whatever your setup is, just having time away from the day-to-day grind can be incredibly important for your productivity in the long term. There is a very strong argument that you can have better sleep, opportunities for physical activities by going out, maybe cycling, maybe swimming by the beach or whatever. And actually your holiday can be so many different things. It doesn't have to be a beach or a villa or something like that. It also can be a city break. And your way to de-stress is to go and look at the cultural things in countries. It doesn't have to be one defined way of doing it. Maybe you're not into sitting on the beach every day. That's fine. Being able to find times to have better sleep and recharging your batteries is super important. What holidays and traveling in general actually gives you fresh perspectives. So we are in South of France at the moment. And just being around, me and my wife went out for a coffee yesterday, and we just sat in a very relaxed French cafe, very small, run by one lady. And we just sat and we talked about things that we didn't usually talk about whenever we're doing the day-to-day work with the kids and the businesses and stuff. So having fresh perspectives on life and what your lifestyle could be and should be is also very, very important. And taking time away from the daily routines can actually really make you think more creatively. And you can often get breakthroughs when you're having that fresh perspective. So it's something that I think people on holiday definitely vouch for when they say doing that. Also having a rested mind, so having plenty of sleep, having time to relax can make for better decision making and less fatigue and less stress, which can have an incredibly negative impact on your thought process. So it is important to have that clearer mind. Also, you can strengthen relationships. Going on a holiday with friends or family can solidify those relationships, and they can help you personally or professionally. So one of the things I really enjoy is spending time with my family, and being able to be with them and spending quality time with them can strengthen those relationships and solidify them. So if you do need them at one particular point, if it's personally that you need their support and need their help, they are there for you. Gives you time to be able to think strategically. What I often do is take a notebook with me, and not every day, but every other day, every couple of days, I'll think about where I want our business, where I want my podcast to grow to, and just taking that sort of 30 minutes, hour, thinking strategically about where you want to be and what you want to do going forward can be really, really good. And having that away from your office, from the place of work, can be super, super powerful and super, super important. So I was thinking this week about my podcast business and about how we can build new marketing strategies that can really make a massive impact on our business. So that's one thing that I've been doing this week. Also, I've been thinking about the podcast, and I'm doing a recording now, even though I'm in South France. I think it's important to keep that consistency, but having that strategic, that zoom out sort of idea is very important to me, and it can be really, really beneficial for you as an entrepreneur. Equally, you have to delegate. While you're away, you have to delegate to your team to be able to do certain things. And this can actually empower your team members massively. So it's important that you're able to be able to delegate is actually super important in business. And being able, if you are away for a period, it can give you that time for your team to be able to grow without you. And we all know that being stuck in a business can be so disruptive if you're the bottleneck on all decision making. So going on holiday and delegating can be so important. Equally, going on holiday makes you happy, gives you time to experience new things. And that can be massively impactful for your professional life. So do think about this, trying to make yourself happy and enjoy your time on this earth. Life should not just be about work. Life should be more about having experiences and shared experiences with friends and family. We are human beings who are incredibly sociable creatures, and therefore we should be able to make sure that we are still socializing and building relationships, new and solidifying old ones as well. And the other thing is, can give you some good content as well. I haven't really been producing that much content this week, but sharing holiday experiences can be really good on social media. It humanizes the entrepreneur, something I've been working on very hard in the last 3, 4, 5 months, is trying to make my social media content a little bit more human and tell stories, because I know the importance of stories on a podcast. And I know that it's incredibly important to have that humanization in your content as well. Just a little story. We were sitting in the gardens in near the pool, and there was a fire on the other side of the mountain hill. It's more of a hill, and we had all this hullabaloo, like, would we need to evacuate? And we ended up not having to evacuate, but there was a definite period of, especially the kids were incredibly nervous and very upset by the fact that we might have to evacuate the house. Luckily, the French support people came in. They put the fire out basically, but it's made a big impact onto the side of the hill. So just having that as part of, perhaps putting that as content and maybe referring it to your business or your personal life or firefighting could be a really good storytelling opportunity in content. And it just really gives you that perspective that I think is super important. So hopefully at the end of this episode, you have thought about the positives of actually going on holiday and how it can actually have a positive impact on your business, and giving that time out, that perspective, spending time with friends and family is so important. So guys, hit me up in the comments below. Where have you gone on holiday this year? And was it a positive experience for you? Look, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you are enjoying this content, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. As I say, hit me down in the comments about where you've gone on holiday and whether it was a positive experience. And lastly, if you're enjoying this content, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and then you won't miss an episode. Thank you so much for your time. Have a lovely week. If you're on holiday, enjoy your holiday. And I will be back in London next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening to Business Growth Talks. This podcast is released every Monday, so don't miss an episode by subscribing to all podcast platforms, including Apple and Spotify. Have a great day.